Good morning, everyone. I'm Chelsea, so happy Sunday to everyone. Sorry it's a little dark, but hopefully you'll be able to see and hear me okay as I'm doing this from home. So let's start in Sukhasana, so a seated cross-legged position. Sitting on your mat or a pillow or a block if you would like. If you have one, feel free to take that underneath your sit bone. And sitting up nice and tall, bringing your hands to your knees and then flipping your palms up. Letting your elbows come in. And allowing your fingertips to soften. Maybe taking a moment to close down the eyes and let everything settle. The mind, your body. Just coming into some stillness. And then as we're here, beginning to notice the breath. Taking some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So just letting that feel good in through the nose and let it go. Another deep breath in and out. Letting the shoulders drop down from your ears, growing a little bit taller in your spine. And taking one more inhale and exhale. And then today, maybe setting an intention for your practice. Maybe it's a word, maybe it's a mantra, maybe it's a worry. Just something to kind of focus on and let go. And then because maybe you've been doing a lot of sitting throughout the week, we're going to work into the neck a little bit. So go ahead and drop your chin down to your chest. And then rolling your right ear over to your right shoulder, letting the right shoulder drop down. And then taking your chin, rolling it back through center, over to the left, letting the left shoulder drop down. So just finding some gentle movements here, moving the head right to left, while also letting those shoulders drop down the back. And just kind of finding your own rhythm to this, taking a breath in over to the right and exhaling where you stay. And a breath in over to the left. And then exhaling. And as you're here doing this gentle movement, releasing any tension in the jaw or the face. Maybe picturing an ocean wave going back and forth. And then in your last round, gently bringing your chin back to your chest. And then from here, we're going to interlace the palms on the base of the neck here. So very, very gently, take an inhale, lift the heart, maybe the chin, and then exhale, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, round the spine. Another big breath in, and a big breath out. So again, a few more rounds on your own, finding your own rhythm to your breath, to your movement. But as you're here, taking notice of maybe an exaggerated or a seated cat-cow. So really opening up the heart, lifting the chin. And then exhale, almost like you're looking towards your belly button, making space in the shoulder blades. Inhale it up. And then exhale down. Wherever you are, do one more round. And let it go. And then slowly go ahead and bring your head back up to neutral position. And then taking your hands above your head, interlacing them, palms to the ceiling. Take an inhale, press through the palms, shoulders come up to the ears. And then exhale, bend the elbows, shoulders down the back. Inhale, press up, look up. Exhale, bend. One more, inhale up. And exhale, bend. And then slowly you can remove the block, the pillow from beneath you. And just coming over onto your hands and knees to a nice tabletop here. That's Tarzan. Sometimes he might want to join us. So as you're here again, nice firm active tabletop, pulling the belly button up towards the spine. Coming into some cat-cows here, just like we did in seated. Curls or toes are curled, so you get a nice stretch in the feet. Dropping the belly, pulling the heart forward. And then exhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Press your mat away. One more round. Inhale, looking up, pulling the heart forward. And then exhale, pressing into the toes or the tops of the feet, whatever you need right now. And then just finding some gentle movements, lifting up one hand and then the other. And then go ahead and sit your hips back onto your heels. Again, you can use a block here. You can use a pillow. And then we're going to do a little wrist stretch here. So taking your right hand out in front of you, grabbing your left hand, and gently just giving some pressure to the tops of the right fingers. And then as you're here, you're pressing through that right palm. And that right arm is nice and active. Taking an inhale and an exhale. And then go ahead and flip, taking the fingertips towards the wrist. Just letting you feel the stretch. And then maybe doing some wrist circles before switching to the other side. So taking the left palm out in front of you, pressing through that left palm, shoulders in line with the wrist. Go ahead and grab the tops of the fingers. Take a breath in. And exhale, adding some gentle pressure here. So pressing through the left palm, left arm is active. And then as you're here, you're also active in the core. So strong, center. And then when you're ready, go ahead and flip fingers down, pressing gently on the top of the hand. And then doing some gentle wrist circles here. All right, so from here, we're gonna come back to our tabletop for a moment, taking the right toes, stepping up in between the hands, so you're kind of in this low lunge. All right, so curling the left toes. Fingertips are tented. Take an inhale, pull the heart forward. And exhale, stay. Another breath in. And a breath out. Just being right here, pulling that right hip up towards your midline. Take another breath in. And a breath out. Good, now we'll add some movement, so slowly shifting your hips back to a half split, keeping the left toes curled, sitting yourself back, keeping the arms out in front of you. And then inhale, pull the heart forward, sink into that right hip. And exhale, press back. Inhale, pull forward. And exhale back. So as we're here on the third one, we're going to pause and take our hands on the outside of the right leg, getting a nice gentle twist here in the left side. Taking a breath in, lifting the heart, and exhale, letting your heart melt over that right thigh, keeping the right toes flexed. Take another breath in, and a breath out. And then go ahead and frame your right leg. Inhale, pull the heart forward, planting your hands around that right foot, curling the left toes. Go ahead and lift the left knee. So now you're in a low runner's lunge. And then as we're here, we're going to take a breath in and a breath out. So rooting through that left heel and down through that right foot. Take another inhale and exhale. One more breath in and a breath out. And then from here, slowly start to root through your right foot, through the back of the left toes. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. Take an inhale, reach tall. And exhale, shoulders drop. So feel free to bring your hands to heart center, growing tall. Elbows are rooting down towards your mat. Taking in the nice sun of the morning, late morning, and just being right here in crescent pose. Coming back to your word, your mantra, your breath. And then inhale, send the fingertips up, and exhale, frame the right foot. Right foot goes back to meet the left. Drop to the knees, lift the toes, squeeze the ankles, elbows in, lower all the way down. Taking your hands back alongside of your ribs. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, melt down. Another breath in. And a breath out. This time, full up dog press into the fingertips, into the tops of the feet, lifting the heart. Tailbone goes high, down dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, heels sink. So let this feel so good. Pressing into all 5 fingertips. Heels are reaching towards your mat. Right toes are lifting. Maybe shaking your head open, close your mouth. Take whatever you need here. And then slow and controlled. Using that core to lower yourself, drop your knees, come right back down to tabletop. And then from here, we're going to curl the right toes. This time, step the left foot forward. So again, you're in this low lunge, tensing the fingertips. Right toes are still curled. You're pulling this left leg into your midline. Take an inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, sink into this left leg. So you're feeling this in the left hip. Just waking up the inner leg. And then keeping the left 4 corners of the foot nice and active. And tensing into these fingers, really lifting up and out of this left hip. Take another breath in. And a breath out. So now we start to add a little bit. So we're going to shift the hips back. Left toes are going to lift off the mat. And then inhale, pull forward. Just let yourself release into this front leg. And go ahead and sit the hips back, toes lift. Inhale forward. Find your own rhythm. Feel free to speed up or slow this down. Exhale it back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. This time we stay, taking the right arm on the outside of the left leg. So keeping those right toes curled, left toes are flexed, reaching over that right side. Feeling that nice stretch in the right side of the body. Take a breath in. And a breath out. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. So as you're here, you're opening up the hamstrings, the calf, waking up everything in this left leg. Take 1 more breath in. And a breath out. So from here, go ahead and frame the left foot. When you're ready, go ahead and lift up the right knee. So now you're in that low runner's lunge. Take an inhale, pull the heart forward. And exhale. Nice and slowly, starting to rise up to crescent lunge. Take a breath in, reach tall. And exhale, sink. So as you're here again, making that choice with what you need with the arms, maybe your hands to your heart. If your hands are to your heart, pressing the palms into one another, it's going to help open up the heart. Back leg, you can keep it nice and straight or a slight micro bend. Scissoring the thigh together. Take a breath in and a breath out. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. So from here, send the fingertips all the way up. And then exhale, frame the left foot. Left foot goes back to meet the right. Pull forward, high plank, or drop the knees with the toes. And then exhale, lower down. Take a breath in, up dog. Send the hips high. Down dog. Take a breath in. And let it go. Another inhale. And exhale. So while you're here, taking notice of any micro movements that you're doing. So not judging them, just kind of noticing if you're doing any bouncing or tweaking. And again, it's not a bad thing, but just coming to know our bodies a little bit more. Take a breath in and a breath out. So from here, we'll do some sun salutation A's to get our flow going. So go ahead and walk, rise high, bend deep, look towards the hands, walk, step, hop, float, however you need to get to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, melt over, tucking the head and elbows. Inhale, root through your mat, rise up, just like the sun. And exhale, let it go. Take a breath in, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high to low. Breath in, heart lifts. Breath out, tailbones high. Inhale, rise. Bend deep, look forward, walk, step, hop. So feel free on your own here to speed up the flow if you know the sun A's, or slow it down. We're going to do 7, so this is number 6. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands. Pull the heart forward, squeeze and lower. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. So here you're just getting used to the flow, waking up into a moving meditation. So maybe close your eyes. Inhale, rise, reach. Do not worry about if you miss something. Just do what feels good. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step it back. High to low. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in, rise. Bend deep, look forward, walk, step, hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck the head and elbows. Inhale, we rise, open up the fingertips, open up the toes. Let it all go. Breathe in halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back. Just riding it through just like a wave. Picture yourself moving through water. Inhale, rise. Bend deep, look forward, walk, step, hop. Breathe in, press into the shins, heart lifts. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, lead with your heart all the way down. Head is the last to fall. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant and lower. Squeeze as you lower. So trying to be present in the transition. A lot of times we lose ourselves there, trying to get to the next pose. So trying to be there for each and every movement. Let it go. Breathe in halfway. Plant the hands, step it back. High to low. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale back. I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember which one we're on. I think we're gonna do 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. All you have to do is breathe. You can always just hang out in child's pose. Come in, come out when you want it, when you need it. We got 1 more round after this. Waking up the body. Ready for your day. Last one, rise high. Bend deep, walk, step, float to the front. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, we melt. Inhale, we rise, we reach tall. And exhale, let it go. Breath in, halfway. Plant the hands, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. So as you're here in down dog, maybe checking in with yourself. Where are you holding on in the body? So kind of thinking of this pose, this down dog, as a grounding, a coming back home, a check-in. So maybe doing a small body scan, starting maybe in your legs or your toes, or maybe just one part of your body. Pick it and ask yourself, are you looking to let go there or activate? Or somewhere in between? And taking another breath in and a breath out. This time we rise high on our toes, bend deep, look towards the hands, walk, step, hop to the front. Inhale, rise up into Utkatasana, chair pose. So squeezing the legs together, ankles are squeezing together. So we don't want feet apart right now. We want them nice and close. So you're zipping them up like a zipper. And then once you're here, your weight is in the heels, toes are lifting. So spine is tall, heart is tall. Your shoulders are going to want to inch up to the ears. Release them like you're wearing big, heavy earrings down your back. At the same time, you're growing taller through the crown of your head. Take a breath in and a breath out. Legs are strong. Take another inhale and exhale. Maybe hands come to heart. Take what you need. Take another breath in and a breath out. This time, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, open up the collarbone, and then exhale, swan dive. This time, inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back to down dog. So as we're here in down dog, we're gonna lift, float that right leg all the way up and open. Left heel sinking down towards your mat. You can take a deep bend in the right knee. And as you're here, you might want to start to lean into that left arm, but pull yourself back so your weight is even in the shoulders, in the hands. Your heart is centered, so your chest is squared, but at the same time you're opening through that right side. Maybe shaking out the leg like a dog, maybe rolling and pointing the toes. Take one more breath in, and a breath out. This time, inhale, reach the right leg a little higher. Exhale, with control, pull it through. Step down, left foot spins down, pointing towards the left front corner of your mat. Inhale, reach high, warrior two. Take an inhale, and exhale, hands can stay lifted or hands to heart. I'm feeling hands to heart today for myself, but you take what you need. So a lot of times here too, it's like, here we are in warrior one. I think I said warrior two, but this is warrior one. So, and we're like, we know this pose. You know, it's a grounding pose, but it's different every time we come to it. So what can you learn or notice new here in this pose? Take another breath in, and a breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and take the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, you're going to frame the right foot coming on the ball of the left toe. So pausing here, because we're going to transition into a side plank. So take an inhale first, and then exhale, start to spin onto that left outside of the left foot. Right foot goes to meet the left. Inhale, right arm lifts. So pressing your mat away. If you're not feeling this side plank today, just come right down to your knee and take the toes out or float the leg. So your version, you can also float the right hand, bicep over the right ear, rolling the heart open. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then go ahead and come back into your high plank. Take a breath in and exhale, down dog. Take an inhale here and exhale, resetting, coming back home. One more breath in and breath out. When you're ready, left foot floats all the way up, right heel sinking down, checking in with the weight in the hands, and then go ahead and take what you need, bending the leg, pointing and flexing, pressing through that left heel, really opening the left side of the body. And as you're here also, just releasing any tension in the neck, pressing your mat away from you. Take one more breath in and a breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts a little higher. Exhale, with control, step it through. Right foot spins down, pointing to the right front corner of your mat. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And exhale, your version with your arms. Again, using those palms to press into each other. Pulling the left hip back and the right hip forward. And then left hip is opening up. Imagine that midline running through your mat. And you have some weight in that back leg. Take a breath in. Breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. This time fingertips go high. And then exhale, framing the left foot. Here's that transition. So take your time getting there. Pressing into the mat. Starting to roll onto the outside of the right foot. Left foot goes back. Stacked on top of the right. Inhale, left arm lifts. And exhale, stay again. Other option coming down to your knee. Left toes can come out or being floating. Just coming in, lifting up the hips, pressing the mat away. Take one more breath in, and a breath out. Inhale, press your mat away. Exhale, back to high plank. Take an inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. And tailbone high, down dog. So we'll move through that little flow one more time. Breath to movement. Again, take what you need from the plank pose. If you're just not liking the plank this morning, just don't do it. Go right to down dog. So from here, we rise high, bend deep, look at the hands, walk, step, float to the front of the mat. Inhale, heart lifts, chair pose. Exhale, sink. Inhale, rise. Exhale, let it go. Breath in halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Down dog. Take an inhale first. And exhale. Inhale, right leg all the way up and back. Left heel sinking down. Exhale, with control, step through. Left foot spins. Inhale, ground from the soles of the feet. And then exhale, hands through heart center, framing the right foot. Right foot comes to meet the left. Peel open, high plank. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back to your high plank. Take a breath in first. Down dog. We'll do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Left side. Inhale, left leg rises high. Exhale, with control, step through. Right foot spins down. Inhale, rise up, strong warrior. Exhale, draw your line through heart center. Frame the left foot. When you're ready, come on to the outside of the right foot. Left foot back to meet the right. Peel open, take a breath in. And a breath out. Inhale. Exhale, back to high plank. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, pull the heart forward, squeeze and lower. Inhale, up dog. Tailbone high. Down dog. Take a breath in. And let it go. Two more, coming back. And one more, breathe in. And breathe out. And from here, we're going to rise high on the toes. And then bend or let the heels sink to your mat. Inhale, rise. Exhale, heels sink. One more, inhale, rise. And exhale, heels sink. This time, inhale, rise. Bend deep, look at your hands, pause here for a moment. So envision your core pulling yourself forward on this one. Take an inhale. And then go ahead and walk, step, or maybe float to the front of your mat. Once you're there, we're gonna slowly rise up. So grounding from your heels, resisting the urge to rush, which is a huge part of our practice in a lot of different ways. So slowly, slowly grounding from your heels and your toes. Taking notice of maybe the engagement in the legs, in the belly. And then once you rise, having the shoulders come up to your ears, interlacing the hands at the base of the back, bringing the palms together. Bringing the toes together to touch, so you kind of have bent arms right now. And then when you're ready, taking an inhale and exhale, send the knuckles towards your mat. So we're gonna be here for about 2 rounds of breath here. So pressing the palms together. Maybe lifting up the chin a little bit. So the whole front collarbone is opening up. Shoulder blades are reaching towards each other. Take one more breath in. And a breath out. Good. Now slowly what we're going to do is release the hands. Inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, hands through heart center. Clipping the hips, step the right foot forward, left foot back. So we're coming right into a crescent lunge here. And then on the ball of that left toe, so nice and strong. Hands can be clipped to your heart or lifted. If you want to interlace the thumbs, you can interlace the thumbs, dropping the elbows. So part of this is just finding your practice and what you need right now. Couple different options. Take one more breath in and a breath out. Inhale and exhale. This time we're going to come into warrior two. So inhale, fingertips lift, left toes are parallel to your mat, opening up, stretching nice and long, sinking into that front leg. And then you can take your arms out or elbows in, totally up to you. Opening up the heart, peeling the right hip open. Take your breath in and a breath out. So as you're here, trying not, even though you're spreading your mat apart, you still have weight in the back leg and the outside of it. So really kind of actively pressing into the side of the left foot, the outside of the left foot, while grounding through the front, or the four corners of your front foot. It's a lot of F's. Take a breath in and a breath out. So from here, we're going to flip the right palm, inhale, reverse. We're going to stay here for 3. So left arm is floating. Maybe you take it behind your right pocket or around that right thigh. But whatever you choose, reach through that right arm straight up. So reaching through the fingertips, getting this nice opening in the right side of the body. Take another breath in and a breath out. And then from here, we're going to release that right hand down. Toes are going to come in. So you're in this wide-legged stance. And then left arm, you're going to start to hinge at the hips. Left arm's going to come down. Right arm's going to lift up. So you're like this. And as you're here, you're peeling the right shoulder open. If it feels okay on the neck, you can start to take your gaze up. If it's too much on the neck, just keep your gaze facing down. So just opening up, wringing out anything, worries, negative energy, whatever you have here. Feeling this opening the back of the legs. Take one more breath in and a breath out. And then we're going to come into star pose. So all you're going to do is you're going to take both hands all the way up. Fingers are nice and wide. Pressing through all four corners of the feet, engaging the belly. So kind of thinking of mountain pose where everything is active here. It can be as active or as passive as you allow it to be. So reaching through the fingertips. It's a powerful pose if you allow it to be. Take another breath in and a breath out. And then from here, go ahead and come back to your warrior two. So left foot parallel, right toes to the center. And then flip the right palm, transition down. Inhale up. And then exhale, high to low or down dog. And then from here, take a breath in and let it all roll away off of you. One more. Inhale And exhale. Inhale, rise. Bend deep, look at the hands, take that pause. Give yourself an opportunity to visualize your core pulling yourself forward. And when you're ready, toes come up to kiss the wrist. And then inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, melt. Same thing, we rise up slow. No need to rush. Activating places that we don't typically bring attention to. And then once you're there, shoulders come up nice and close to the earlobes. Drop them down your back. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands through heart center. And then from here, go ahead and clip the hips. And then this time we take the right toes back, left foot forward. So back to that lunge, on the ball of the right toes. Clipping the hips, hands, your choice. Heart above you. Maybe thumbs and pointer finger touch. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Making space in the body. Take one more. Inhale. And exhale. This time we peel open, right foot parallel. Sink into that front foot. Open the arms wide. Warrior two. Going back to your own maybe little check-ins that you have about where you're distributing your weight. Maybe rolling out the wrists. Maybe you're feeling some sensation in the hips or the legs. Because it's maybe something we're not feeling all the time, we want to get out of it. But what happens when we stay? Take one more breath in and a breath out. Flip the left palm, inhale, take your reverse warrior. But again, wherever you are, reaching up out of that left side, no weight in this back hand. You can take the bind if you want and need it. Reaching tall. Left toes are light, so you're not digging into that front foot, but really actively pressing into it. Take one more breath in and a breath out. So here we come back to warrior two. Bring the left toes forward, and then this time go ahead and drop the right arm down. Left arm lifts high, maybe taking the gaze up. And again, you can always come to a pillow or a block in this right hand to get some length. If you want to, you can also wrap the left hand around the right pocket or the right thigh. But wherever you are here, try not to dump forward. Press your mat away, lifting up. Take one more. Inhale and exhale. This time we ground first through the feet. Coming back up, maybe to T-arms and then all the way up. Keeping the legs nice and straight. Fingers are wide. Toes maybe lift. Take a breath and open the heart. And exhale. So just creating all of this space in the body. Again, roll the ankles, maybe wiggle the fingers. Open up the toes. Maybe close the eyes. Take one more breath in. And exhale, turn the left toes, right foot parallel to the mat, back to warrior two. Flip the left palm, inhale, reverse. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Left foot back to meet the right. High to low push-up. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, Hips high, down dog. Take a breath in, into breath out. One more, inhale, and exhale. And then from here, you can walk your hands back towards your toes. Taking a moment here, maybe to take a forward fold, just letting everything roll off of you. If you want to heel toe your feet out, take a little bit more of a wide-legged forward fold. Go ahead and do that. And just imagine anything that you're thinking about, any worries, whatever, are dumping out of you. So you're emptying any of these thoughts or emotions that maybe you're holding on to. And then slowly start to heel toe your feet back together. And then once you're there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt. Inhale, you rise. And then exhale, step forward with the right leg back to crescent one last time. Take an inhale, reach tall. And then exhale, we're going to bend deep into this right leg, and you're going to transition into tree pose. So it's a little bit of a challenge. The transition's a challenge. And so if you want to go right to tree pose, that's fine. It's just a little bit of a different way of getting there. So to start, you're going to want to clip your hips, big bend in that right leg. And then once you're there, left foot lifts, and then left foot can come to your ankle, your shin, or your thigh. So I don't know if you're able to see that, but big bend in the right leg, and having it carry that left leg up. And then once you're there, your version of tree. So I read a quote before about by Ram Dass, and he talks about looking at people like trees and how everybody is different and accepting everybody as they are. Just something to maybe take in as you're here. And then taking one more inhale. And exhale. You can stay right here in tree. If there's another balancing pose that you want to do, feel free. I am going to transition us into dancer. So go ahead and release the left leg. And then knee comes up, grabbing the top of the left foot, keeping that left thigh or knee working towards that right thigh. Clipping the hips, starting to hinge forward. And then when you're ready, pressing your left foot into your hand into the foot. If you want to lift the right arm, you can. If you fall out, just get right back in. Taking one more breath in and a breath out. Now I would challenge you to not just dump or roll out of this, but with control, slowly find yourself back to mountain. So toes together, shifting that weight, maybe rolling out the ankles. And then this time, go ahead and take the right foot back, left foot forward. Back to your crescent. Inhale, reach tall first. And then exhale, clipping the hips. Big bend in that left leg. Using that same idea of pulling your right leg forward, using your midline. So once you're ready, go ahead and step up into tree pose. And then once you're here, also remembering to peel that right leg open. Left thigh is pressing into the foot. Foot into the thigh. And then again, staying here. or taking that transition to dancer. So slowly releasing the right leg, bringing the knee up to kiss the heart. And then when you're ready, grabbing the top of the right foot and slowly starting to hinge forward, right foot into the hand, hand into the right foot, left arm lifts. Thinking of the inner thighs inching, working together. Take one more breath in. And exhale with control, slowly releasing. Back to mountain pose. And then last vinyasa here. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, let it go. Big breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back. Inhale, heart forward, lower down. Take a breath in. And exhale, tailbone is tall and high. Last down dog here, so whatever you need from this pose, take it now. And then from here, go ahead and come onto the knees, making your way onto your sit bone. And then we're going to come into a seated figure 4 here. So legs are out in front of you, pressing the heels forward. Toes are flexed. You're going to take the right leg on top of the left leg. So it can be below the knee or above the knee. So you got to kind of figure out where you need to be, but not on the knee. All right, so and then as you're here, flexing the right foot, take a breath in and a breath out. Stay here or start to walk your hands forward. So you're starting to feel that activation in the left leg and in that right hip. If you prefer something different, like half pigeon, or just a different hip opener, feel free to take it. And then we're going to walk our hands back up, planting the right foot down right over that left thigh, keeping the left foot active, so really pressing through that left foot. And then left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. You can keep it up, you can take it down. But wherever you are, press into that right hand, or tent the fingers, lift up out of the spine, and then exhale, gazes over the right shoulder. So you're naturally going to probably begin to become more passive in the legs. So see if you can actively activate. And as you're breathing, you're opening and making space in the twist. And then slowly go ahead and release. Pedal out the feet. And then right leg is nice, long, active, so you feel the entire leg on your mat, your heels, your calf, the back of your thigh. And then left foot can come below or above the knee. Flexing both feet. Inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale over that front leg. So it's interesting in these poses too, you almost feel like you hit a wall in terms of sensation. But you'll notice the longer you stay, the deeper you sink into it. Kind of like anything uncomfortable. This is how we grow. And then go ahead and plant that left foot over the right leg, keeping everything active. So lifting up and out of the hip, right elbow hooks the outside of the left leg. Take an inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, gaze over the left shoulder. So as you're here, there's this idea of you're breathing in and you're making space in the body. And breathing out, you're sinking into this space. And then you can slowly release the bind and the twist, rolling onto your back. Bringing the knees in, rolling side to side. Maybe closing your eyes. I mean, how often do you do this? Curl up in a ball, close your eyes, and just be trying to find that childlike essence that's in us, but buried deep. And then from here, take another inhale, lifting the nose towards the knees. And then exhaling into Shavasana, final resting pose. Ankles are soft, toes are soft, palms facing up. Begin to sink heavily into your mat, like you're molding maybe clay underneath you. Giving yourself this permission for a few moments, all to yourself. You can start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, rolling your head side to side, staying right where you are or rolling over to your right side as I read you a quote by Eckhart Tolle. The only thing that is ultimately real about your journey is the step that you are taking at this moment. That's all there ever is. With your eyes closed, coming to a comfortable seated position, Bringing your hands to your knees, your heart, or your third eye. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out. Thank each of you for coming out and sharing your practice with me today. The peace and light within me honors the peace and the light within each of you. Namaste.